How's everyone doing today? My name's Paul Rosen, Director of Enterprise Sales here at Outreach. And today we're going to talk a little bit about how do we coach effectively leveraging KAIA within Outreach. It's a tool or a section of the platform that I am leveraging consistently on a day-to-day, week-over-week basis with my team. And I'll show you a couple of tips and tricks on how I get the insights that I need to not only coach effectively, but if you want to take it a step further, to ensure that we're inspecting our pipeline in the most effective way possible, and deals are on track to close whenever that may be. So taking a look at where I am within the Outreach panel, you'll see on the left side, I have drilled down to the KAIA tab. Ultimately, that will pull up the library of recordings that we have housed within Outreach. Now, a couple of key items to highlight at the jump. At the top, you have the ability to filter down by a number of different filters that we have preset, whether it's account name, the date range, even furthermore, the meeting type, which ultimately, this comes back to really the data integrity that we have within Outreach, a number of different topics. If you'd like to drill down by competition, by budgeting, by discovery, by procurement, you name it, you have the ability to drill down on any of these type of filters. Ultimately, what I've decided to drill down is by our meeting type, and the ability for us to do that is leveraged through our Outreach calendar sync, whether you're on the Microsoft Suite or the G Suite, ultimately we're mapping over those meeting types, which filter down and push back to your reporting suite here in Outreach, which allows me as a leader to drill down to the specific meeting types that I want to understand. And today we've actually filtered down to the initial meetings that you'll see here at the top of the screen. Now, in addition to that, you also have the ability to adjust any columns as you see fit. This is a common theme that you'll see within Outreach. Every single reporting page, whether you're looking from a prospect point of view, a CI point of view, an opportunity point of view, an account point of view, is completely malleable to how you want to view it, whether you're a rep or, in my case, as a leader. Now, once we've drilled down to the specific meeting types, ultimately, I want to understand what's going on within these said deals. When I am drilling into a specific conversation, I will populate a new tab that pulls up the full call within Outreach. What I am able to see at that point in time is your traditional overview of that call. What does the actual call entail? What was the outcome of it? A brief summary with a few key points discussed, not to mention some next steps outlining the overall call. In addition to that, if there are any action items, we're highlighting that here below as well. Now, as a leader, if I want to investigate, did this rep talk about XYZ topic, or what were the challenges discussed in the call? I have the ability to interact with that specific call, and within just a few seconds, KAIA will ultimately highlight what those specific challenges are in a very digestible manner. So if I'm going to look at a specific call to coach a rep on whether it's a methodology, whether it's a specific discovery question, whether it's certain strategies that we enacted as a sales team, I have the ability to easily understand that at any point in time if I want to engage with the KAIA call. Not to mention, if I wanted to dive into a specific coaching element of KAIA, we also have, you'll see at the top of the page, a coaching tab that I can simply flip over to that tab. If I want to add a coaching card to a call, I'll be able to determine who is this coaching card specifically for, meaning who do I want to send the feedback to? what specific coaching card that we have annotated in a pre-built out way that I have the ability to build out, based on whatever criteria I want to denote within that call. You'll see we have built out coaching cards based on demos, based on discovery questions, based on specific methodologies, whether that's MedPick, Sandler, Spiced, proposal call, coaching cards. For the sake of this specific example, we're looking at an introduction call here with AKG Health Group. So I'm going to select the MedPick coaching card based around the discovery call. What you'll be able to see here is at the top of the coaching card, our AI is empowering myself and the rest of the sales team with suggested answers. So ultimately, we want to understand at the beginning of the coaching card, how well did the seller build rapport at that beginning of the meeting? Our AI will populate a suggested answer. Not to mention, they will populate the specific moments within that call that I always have the ability to go and flip to understand what actually transpired at minute 109 to see if that seller did build that rapport in an effective way. Did we actually capture the metrics? Yes or no? Our AI is suggesting that we did not capture any metrics here. And again, what our AI is built around is to serve up the information for myself as a leader, but not actually deciding yes or no. It is allowing myself still the autonomy as a leader to determine what makes sense and what doesn't. In this case, I agree with our AI. I'm going to select no and move on to the next question. Now, ultimately, if I want to save that feedback, at that point in time, I can click Save Card, where I provide any feedback that is at the top of the card. And I can deliver that directly back to, in this case, the seller who is Declan, and provide any type of notes around that call. That'll directly be pushed to Declan's inbox, which ultimately will provide them instant feedback at any given time. Now, on the flip side, as leaders, yes, I can continuously go in there and coach my reps on a consistent basis, but we also preach that this is a two-way street. Reps need to want to lean into learning and continuing to grow in their career. You have this nifty little feature as a rep. If you want to request specific feedback on a call, I'll push my team to go in there and request that feedback of myself. And they can ultimately go back and select Paul Rosen and what type of feedback they're looking for and submit any notes and submit that request to me, which will populate in my inbox. Now, that wraps up how I'm leveraging KAIA on a day-to-day basis, on a week-over-week basis from a coaching perspective. And ultimately, if you wanted to leverage this as well within your deal overviews, your forecasting, your deal inspection. These are a couple of different ways that you can think through how you're going to inspect the quality of your deals at any given moment. Thank you all for watching. I hope this was helpful, a brief little overview of KAIA coaching cards. If we can be of more help, please feel free to reach out. Looking forward to chat with you all soon.